Good day and welcome to this simple tutorial on how you can save time while rendering your projects. This can be done in whatever rendering software you're using. I'm using Video Vegas version 12. Now, without further ado, let's start it. Let's say you have work, school, or you hang out a lot, you need to go on vacation. Well, you want to go on vacation, but you also have a lot of projects you need to render, but you simply just don't have the time. Well, there is a solution for that problem right here, and I'll teach you it. The first thing you'll need to get is a software called TeamViewer. You just click the download button here and you can install it. It is free to use for non-commercial. If you want to use it in a commercial version, you have to pay for it, but you don't need to worry about that. That is only for companies and firms, so nothing you need to worry about at all. So just click the download button and install it. Now that you've installed the software called TeamViewer, open it up and it should look something like this. Your ID. That's the ID on your computer. I would suggest you take a picture of it with your smartphone or a tablet, whatever you want to use. Just keep that video whenever you leave the house and you want to access your computer through a different device. The password, this resets daily, I think, or each time you restart TeamViewer. You can also create yourself a personal password. I tried that once, but for some reason it didn't work for me. So I'm sticking to random generated numbers, and I just write that down whenever I leave the house for work. Okay, so now you have this. Your ID, it goes into the partner ID section right here, and then you click connect to partner. I'm just gonna do. I haven't tried it on my own computer, so let's see. Yeah, I can't go onto my own computer right here, but I can use my tablet, which I will do right now. I have my tablet right in front of me, and I'll just remote control, and I'm gonna enter my password, which you won't be seeing. This is my password. I don't want people to control my computer without me knowing. Yes. And oh, look at that. I now have control of this through my... Oh, well, it crashed. I think it's because I'm also recording the screen right now. Anyways, don't worry about that. The version you want to download on your iPads or Samsung devices or any other device that supports TeamViewer, you go to the store, you search for TeamViewer, and you download the TeamViewer for remote control application. So now you know that, and just install it and go through the installation. Quite simply as that. Now then, that we've gone through what software you need to use, let's jump on to Video Vegas. Here you can see I have 4 sections lined up ready to render. This is called batch rendering, and it's quite simple. Just gonna delete that one. In order to batch render, you need to mark up the area you want to render. Something like that, and just drag that all the way across the section you want to render. Press R, and you name it whatever you want, quite literally. And now that I have this one ready, I can go to Tool, Scripting, and Batch Render. Okay, now is the important part. You do not want a render project. That will render all of these files into one big file, which is not what you want. Render selection will render this part only, the part that I've selected with the blue color. Render regions will render each region. As you can see, one region is here, the second is this, third and fourth region. Now that you've chosen render regions, choose whichever format you want to render it into. I'm using main concept AVC AAC, so I'm doing that. And I have my custom one, which is YouTube 1080p. They're supposed to say 30 FPS right there, but I must have been drunk or something, and yeah, it didn't come out as I planned. And you click that, and OK, and then it will start rendering. Just remember to save it where you want to save it by pressing browse there. Now you know how to batch render. Quite simple, but I do not advise you in using batch rendering. I tried it a couple of times myself. The last time it rendered these two here quite perfectly, but when it started on the third one, it kinda froze. It said 16 hours remained of rendering only the third region, and it had been going on for 20 minutes, and 0% had been rendered. Yep, those two works perfectly, but this one never finished, and neither this, since it didn't complete the third one. So keep that in mind when you're using batch rendering. It may not complete the rendering for you. So that's one thing. Also, you can go do a normal render as, and just render it that way. That's the way I'm doing it. When I'm at work, I log on to TViewer on my work computer, and then I just control my computer from there. I start rendering, and I wait 40 to 50 minutes depending on how long the video is. 20-minute videos takes about 40 to 45 minutes to render, so I got that going quite. It's almost automatic for me right now, and that saves me time. When I'm at work, I can render up to 5 to 6 files in a work day, so it saves me a lot of time. And when I'm done at work, I come home, take my dogs for a walk, eat some dinner, and I go to my computer and I start recording. Yeah, I don't have to worry about rendering when I come back home. So I do hope you've learned a little bit in this simple tutorial on how to save time rendering. Thank you for watching. Oh, and if you have any questions, post them in the comment below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.